All right, Liz, can you hear me? Oh, I'm going to mute this one. Can anybody hear me? Can you hear me? It's supposed to be off. Hi, Barb. Can you hear me? My problem is I need glasses for up close, but to look at the computer screen, I have to take them off unless I get real close to the screen. Can you guys just let me know if you can hear me? Yes. Thanks, Barb. All right. Pretty Eyes, I don't remember your first name. Can you tell me if you don't mind? I just want to give a few minutes to other people to see if other people show up. Charmaine. Okay, thank you. Hi, Charmaine. And see if they show up, and then we'll kind of get started. I guess in the meantime, I could just show you. I hope Liz is on here. Because look what I got in the mail. I'm so excited. I love it. Thank you. Oh, and she threw in her little freebie. I love it. Love more, worry less. I love a lot, but I also worry a lot. Yes, I'm live, Liz. All right. So, we're going to do something that I haven't done before either. These patterns, and they are for a friend's daughter. Unless that person says it's okay to say who. But she wants to have a American Girl doll, a spy party, which I just thought was great. So I know she has an American Girl doll, and so does her sister. So I decided that she had to have some spy clothes. So I found this pattern, and this is the one we're going to do today. And I know it as a trench coat. They've given it a different name. I don't know if the company is British or not. Let me see. Okay, it's cool. All right. Hi, Danny. I got to keep looking over here. I keep looking to my computer, which is on that side. And it's Liz's daughters. I had made Eden some American Girl doll clothes, as well as I also did it for Lily, because there's no way I was sending for one girl and not sending for the other. And the same will be for this. So this time it's Lily's turn, and she wants to have a spy theme party. And I thought her American Girl doll should also be dressed up for the occasion. So I'm going to do this pattern, trench coat, and I'm going to do it in this fabric, which is kind of like a tannish color, and it is a 100% cotton gabardine. And some of the other thing I want to make, and I should have probably started with this one because I really want to see how this goes, is a fedora. I mean, does that not say spy? And I've never done a hat for a doll before. I've never done this kind of hat. And then the third thing is I'm going to make this jumpsuit, but I'm going to do it in all black. Because of course, a spy has to be able to fade into the darkness. So, but we're going to start with the trench coat. And I'm hoping that my sewing machine is not too loud. If it is, you guys let me know. But I did cut out the pattern, and it does have several pieces. Let's see. As you see, it does have several pieces. And my concern so far has been about frame, but we're going to see what happens. I do have my serger set up just in case we need to go serge the seams. So let's see. All right, so I'm going to turn on my machine, and I have, I'll turn this a minute so you could see. I have a Juki, and it is the Juki 9000, and it's computerized. So I'm going to turn it on. And then the cool thing about it is you can preset things, and I already have a setup for cotton fabric. All right, I'm going to put you back over here. I want to see if I can get you so that at least you can see what I'm doing. All right. So I printed out, I keep looking at the computer. I printed out the instructions, and so fancy, the machine. Oh, thanks, Liz. It's a long time in coming. My first machines were not like this. This is my first, no, this is my second Juki. I do have a home Juki. And I still have the first machine that I kind of consider to be the more professional levels. I started on an inexpensive machine. So it's been a long time in coming. So I printed them, and it says, the first instructions say to take the front two pieces and we're going to match them. All right. So here's one. And here is my other. All right. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to take one side. Let me see. I want to see if I can get it so that you guys can actually see. All right. And then I'll take the other side. And it's going to, this piece is going to line up on this side. All right. All right, so I have to get right sides together. And so I'm going to put a clip at the top. And then I'm going to kind of, I like to do the top, and then I like to do the bottom so that I can kind of finesse the middle. And I tend to put a clip also along the bottom edge. That's just so the fabric won't pull. And when I take this last clip off, it will still be in place. So I'm just gonna kind of line it up. And by the way, this pattern only has a 1/4 seam allowance, which is really small. I wish it had had more, which is one of my hesitations for serging it, because if I serge it, the serging itself is a 1/4 seam allowance. And if I don't get it exactly right, I'm going into the coat, into, the part that's supposed to be worn. So I will just put some clips. Yeah. What day is her birthday? I know it's November. I just want to make sure to get these out in time. And I'm going to clip both pieces so this way I can just go ahead and sew. Oh, I'm also going to go turn on my iron. One of the things that makes things look really good is when you actually take the time to iron. And I know it's not my favorite task, but I've learned that things just look so much better, come out looking so much better when you take the time. And yes, I do clip. So what I'm doing is making sure that I don't know, can you guys see that little mark there? There's another one on this side. I'm just making sure they line up. All right. So this is called a princess seam. Just want to make sure this one's lining up. Yes. Okay. All right. Oh, that's great, Danny. Yes. All right. November 19th. Okay. Yeah, I should be done this week and I'll get them out to you so you have it in plenty of time. Yeah, they're a lot. Dog clothes are a lot of work because they're so tiny. I've actually done Barbie doll clothes. Now, talk about tiny. Those were really tiny. All right, my machine will actually do a back stitch on its own, as long as I have it set, and I do have it set to do that. And it'll also cut the thread at the end. Now, let me know if this is too loud. So because it's a quarter seam allowance and Juki actually is metric, the plate is metric, I happen to know that in between where the one is actually is where a quarter-inch seam allowance is. Now you see how tiny these are that I can't even get the item underneath there. I'm going to remove that clip in a second. Actually, you know what? Let's remove it now. All right, so I'm going to line it up. I'm going to put it under, right? And sometimes it takes me a little finessing to. All right. Oh. And though this machine can go very fast, this is a new pattern. I always say for myself, it takes me actually doing a pattern 3 times before I'm really comfortable with it. Yeah, I'm really concerned about the fraying. We may go over to the serger. Okay, so if I push the back of the pedal, it actually does the back stitch for me and cuts the thread. So here's the first piece. So this is the princess seam. And we're going to go, I think I am going to serge this edge. And then I'm going to press it. Well, you know what? My concern is when you serge, you add some more bulk. Hi, Nairo. Danny, I won't tell you how old my kids are. All right. I'm just concerned that if I do serge it, it's going to make, I don't know. On the other hand, I don't want it to fall apart when they're playing with it. Yeah, we'll try to serge it. I have plenty of this material that if something goes wrong, I can redo it. And this material, Liz, I've had for several years just sitting, not knowing what to do with it. I was originally going to make some pants, but I have found I hate making pants for myself. And then again, I live in leggings all the time. So is it too loud? Yeah, I have pinking shears also. Maybe that's what I'll do. Thanks, Barb, for reminding me. I'll get out my pinking shears and we'll give that a try. You know what? I did a sample seam. What did I do with it? I just want to see something. Excuse me 1 minute. What did I do with that piece? What happened to my serge? I don't know what happened to it. All right. Oh, let me turn on my iron. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try, let me sew this together and then I will serge it and see whether I'm okay with it. Barb is right. I should have used my pinking shears just to cut out the entire pattern, but I even have a rotary cutter that imitates a pinking shear. So I'm going to go quickly just serge this to see how I like it. You know, Barb, I have a Juki that has a lot of fancy stitches. It probably has one too, and I just never thought of just using that. You know, it's a good thing you're on here. My other Juki is right there. That blue thing is covering my other Juki. All right, let me just see how I like this. I will be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. All right. I think it'll be fine if I decide to serge. I'm just going to press this to see how it comes out. And all I did was I took a scrap piece, I sewed it, and then I serged it. I think it'll be fine if I serge. I would just feel better making sure that, you know, something I'm sending you girls, Liz, doesn't fall apart in a day. All right. So let me see if I can turn you. Well, you know what? Let me see what else I can do so that I can take whatever I'm going to serge. All right. So I already put the next thing after this is the collar. And that's one of the pieces that got interfacing. And it's an interfacing SF 101. It's a woven interfacing and it's fusible. And I already ironed it onto the back of one of the pieces. And now what I'm going to do is this step, which says to pin the collar together. Now, seams that are gonna be hidden, like the collar seam, I'm not as worried about. It's seams that are kind of going to be exposed that I was worried about. So I'll just line these up. I'll pin it together. And again, I did a center mark just so this is pretty easy to line up. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Nancy. I don't really need. Okay. All right. So I'm going to just do the collar. Looking for anything next that I might want to serge. So I'm doing this a little bit out of order. So the order that it should be is you're supposed to take this, sew them together like I did, and then you're supposed to press the seam to the side. But I'm going to serge these end because this part is not lined and I don't want it to come apart. So I'm going to turn my collar. Not used to working with 1/4 inch seam allowance unless I'm on the serger itself. And usually if I think I'm getting close to the end, I'll just hand turn it. All right. So there's that piece sewn. That's the collar. All right. Then it says, turn the collar right side out and press. Okay, I think I'm going to get my pinking shears because I think this could be trimmed a little bit. I can't find my newer ones, but I do have my very first pair of pinking shears. So I don't want to tell you how old they are. Yeah. I need to find where my newer ones went, because these are not working very well. I'm not happy with this. 1 second. All right. I have a rotary cutter that actually does pinking, but I have to find where my newer pinking shears are, because these have had it. And I can't blame anybody. It's not like I have kids at home. Good job. All right. Oh, how do I like... Yes, I do need some mods. I don't even know how to give... All right. How do I make you a mod? Somebody help me. How do I make you a mod? On the 3 dots next to someone's name, add. Okay, but that would be, is that in YouTube or? Because I'm going through StreamYard. Add as moderator. Okay. All right, Nairo, Sandy, can I make you a moderator? Liz, anybody? Danny? Sorry. As you can tell, I'm not good at this. Add a few of us. Okay. Sure. I'd be more than happy to. Go get them, ladies. All right. Yeah, get them. All right. Where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? All right. So I have a rotary cutter that does pinking. All right. So that's done. Let me see what else I can do before we go over. All right. I'm going to skip. I'm going to do, I think they're called epaulets. The flaps. And that's right here. Let me see if I bring this down a little bit. So that's right here. All right. And then again, I put interfacing on 2 of them. And then I'm going to take one with interfacing, one without, and I'm going to join them. And it says to do a seam along the bottom. So to do that, we'll clip these together. Such tiny little pieces. Oh, thanks, Nairo, for sharing my live. Okay. All right. Again, I'll take the one with interfacing and one without. Put them right sides together. I'll just clip them. And then we're going to sew from here around to here. Okay. All right, I'm going to bring you back to the machine. So when you're going around it point, you really have to go slow. And like I said, I have no problem just like hand cranking it 1 or 2 steps. And then what I'm doing is lifting my presser foot and adjusting the fabric underneath. All right. Do the other one. All right. All right. I'm going to just go trim those two pieces a little, and then we're going to turn things. And let me get my edge turner. I think I have one in the drawer. Nope, that's not it. Okay. It has to be up at my cutting table. All right, so I have one of these tools, though I really like the one Nairo showed us the other day. So I'm going to, I trimmed it, and I'm going to turn it. And I'll just use the edge to kind of help me. Probably could have clipped it a little too. Okay, that one, and now we'll do the other one. Oh yeah, Liz, I'll make you a mod too. I mean, the more the merrier. Can go get them when they annoying people. All right. I don't know how you guys do this live. I'm gonna have to really think about what projects I do live. All right. So this has to be pressed too. I'm going to take that to the serger. Let's see what else I might be able to do. Okay. Oh, okay. I want to show you these tiny pieces. All right. These are tabs. I mean, just, and then this is a belt loop. These are just so tiny. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna take, we'll just move this piece over there. These are already right sides together. By the time you finish with quarter seam allowances on this little tab, there's not much left to it. That's one. Right sides together. No, still one more. How am I going to turn this? Yeah, anybody else who wants to play whack-a-mole, I will be more than happy to make you a moderator. Thank you. Juana, what I'm working on is I had done some American Girl doll clothes for one of Liz's daughters, Eden. So Lily's birthday is coming up. So now I'm doing it for Lily's birthday because she wanted to have a spy themed birthday, which I just thought was so cool. And I'll be making it for both of them. So I'll get to do this all over again, which is always easier the second time around. And this is the first time I'm doing any of these patterns. So that's what I'm working on right now. All right, let me go. They say trim this. It's not a lot to trim. And then turn it and press it. So let's see if I can do it without burning my fingers. Okay, so this is what I have to turn. I think I'm going to just do a reinforcing seam at the top because I have a feeling when I go to turn it, it won't be the easiest. I think I'll use one of my favorite tools, trusty chopstick. All right, I reinforced that one. Let's see how it goes. All right, so all right, if one of you has a great idea on how to turn this, I'm going to get my other trusty tool. This was a leftover from when I gave my grandkids these chopsticks in their stockings as stocking stuffers one Christmas, and it lights up. How cool is that? And I have two of them. I don't know where the other one is, but I have two of them. Oh my goodness. How do you, even I who have sewn, am having trouble figuring out how to get this turned. Oh wait, I think I have a turner. Maybe that might work. Yeah, I don't know if I'm rocking the live, but this is certainly kicking my butt trying to turn this. Let me go see the tools that I have to see if I have something that might work. Here, I could turn you guys around. And you might be able to see where I'm looking. So I have an assortment. Let's see what, yeah. I have an assortment of different tools to try. Hey, Barb, if you have any tips on how to get this turned, feel free to let me know. I mean, I've turned things before, but they don't normally have one end sewn. Oh, here's the other chopstick. Okay. So let's see if I can remember how to use this. Oh, see? They even make you pay for the chopsticks. It comes with these. All right, it's just going to be thin enough. All right, well, we're going to try these various tools. All right, I'll turn you back around in a second. Hemostats, a knitting needle. Yeah, I have a knitting needle. But this is insane. All right, let's try. I'm trying to remember how to use it. Yeah, it assumes that both ends are open. No, that's not working. Wow. Okay. We may be stuck on this. I mean, I turn the edges of my bandanas, but they're bigger. Okay, so this is what you don't want to do is poke a hole through it. So I'm going to have to redo this one. All right. Well, you know what? Since it's the belt loop, I can add that later. So we're going to put that to the side, and I'll let you guys know how that went trying to turn that. All right, let me move all this stuff. All right. So I'm going to go just serge this, and then we're going to take this stuff over to the ironing board. I don't know if I can get you over to the serger. I'm limited in that respect. I've asked for a vlogging camera for Christmas because A, I'm killing my phone, and B, this is driving me crazy. Oh, Ollie, you have your shirt on? I showed at the beginning. I got my shirt from Liz, my lurker shirt. Yeah, Barb, I'm definitely going to do something like that. I may even find it, yeah, I'm going to definitely do that. Cut it on one side on the fold and just press under the 1/4 inch and top stitch, because it's insane to try to turn those little things. All right, let's see if I can bring you over to the serger. I know you'll be able to see here. I'm going to see if you can see my iron board. Sorry. Anybody who gets sick like me, don't look. All right. So my serger is over there in the corner. Can that, yeah. But I don't think right now I'm using a Logitech camera, and I don't think I can get it over there. So oh, Nancy, that's me. I don't think I can get you over there, but I'll be right back. It won't take me long to just serge these 2 seams. Or actually, if I just pink them like I did on this one, what do you guys think? Serge or pink them? All right. You know what? I'm going to try to serge them. It'll take me 2 seconds. Then we'll do the iron. That's 1 done. That's 2 done. Okay. All right. Let's see how close I can get you. I'm sorry, I should have warned you guys. Those of you who have issues, 1 second while I try to get you closer to the ironing board. Not that it's exciting to watch anybody iron. And parting my messes. No matter how big of a room you have, it's never enough space. And actually, I'm going to start searching for someone to finish. I have an unfinished space closet in there, which would be a big help for, I'm going to get it finished so that I could store all these fabrics, plus the gazillion more I have back there. All right. Give the iron a minute. Get back up to speed here. In the meantime, I'll just finger press it. I didn't turn out the collar. to turn out the collar. All right. So I'm just giving it some steam. By the way, this little under $40 iron has been the best iron I've had. I've had it for at least 3 years. I've had irons that cost close to $200 and hated them. And this one, all I do is I use distilled water in it, and it has, and every like once a month, I clean it out. And cleaning it out just means fill it with water and you hit the clean button and you hold it down until all the water comes out. Oh, I need my corner turner. Not thrilled with how this corner looks. Still not thrilled. Just don't want to poke through. Oh, I seem to have lost a piece. Where did it go? I lost one of these. Ah, there it goes. So normally what I do is I just roll it with in between my fingers. And that helps actually get the seam to be in the middle. All right. I'm gonna bring the camera back. All right. All right. So I just pressed them. And now what I believe it says to do is to top stitch them. And I have to go back to the previous page. Which, how do you lose things right in front of you? I'm missing page 2 and 3. Ah, here it is. Okay. Let's see. Press the seam. Yeah, okay. Top stitch. All right. All right. Anybody else? All right. I have to tell you, making my blankets and the pet bandanas and all of that's a lot easier than doll clothes. All right. So I'm going to top stitch this. And for top stitching, I'm actually going to turn off the back and forth because I have it. Well, you know what? Let me just turn it down to, yeah, I'm going to turn it off for a second. All right. So I am going to top stitch. And to top stitch, I'm going to use, let me bring you back down. Okay. I'm going to use the inside of my presser foot as a guide. So I'm going to put the seam edge against it on the inside. I don't think you guys can see that. No. All right. Not enough light. Okay. All right. Okay. So I top stitched it, and that helps it lay flat. And my, hold on 1 minute. My machine unthreaded itself. And that tends to happen a lot when I don't use the automatic back stitching. And that's because I didn't pull the thread far enough. All right, guys, I'm going to use a needle threader because otherwise we'll be here all day. Okay. And I'm just trying to stay close to the seam in there because it is doll's clothes. All right. Here we go. All right. So can you guys, do you guys need me to put more light on here? Yeah, Liz, I make both kinds. I make, here, I'll show you. Hang on. I make both ones that have the Velcro, which is what my dogs wear because they don't wear collars. And then I make the ones that actually go on the collars. So I have some Christmas ones made. All right. Let's cut this thread. All right. So I top stitched that. So now I don't need that page anymore because I've completed everything there. All right. So now it tells me to top stitch the epaulets. By the way, I used these little containers from IKEA. They were 99 cents when I got them, for all my threads and stuff. And I have them at the cutting table, at my sewing machines. All right. So all I'm doing is stitching one and lifting my presser foot to turn it a little because it's a curve. So there's one of them, and I'll do the other one. And then I believe I have to do the collar too. Sorry, my dog may start. Oh, they start trying to get food. They get fed at 5, and they start trying to get food. Sometimes 3:30. So now he's going to talk, and in a minute I'm going to put him out of the office. If you'll excuse me 1 minute, I'm going to put him out. Paul, they're barking. He's barking. Well, I can't do a live with him barking. All right. All right. All right. That's 2. It's years, Liz. It's taken me to develop patience. Yeah, I mean, with sewing, you have to have some patience. All right, so now I'm going to top edge the collar. And dolls' clothes definitely take patience. Especially going around these corners. It's so tiny. Okay. All right. All right. Hi, Sinida. All right. Now it says, oh, wait a minute. I definitely missed something. Yeah. I missed joining the back and the front. All right. Here's the back. And it says, place the front and back coat right sides together on the shoulders. All right. So this one will go here. Seems no matter how many scissors I have, they're never enough. Okay. All right. We will join that shoulder seam. And then we'll join this shoulder seam. And let me turn my automatic back stitching back on. Sometimes it'll sew hours and hours without ever the thread coming out. And then other times, And usually I just like to take a scrap piece when I rethread. All right. Okay, now I can cut this off because it's caught in that seam. Okay. And then what does it say? Stitch along the shoulders, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I pin the collars. All right. All right, that's done. We're going to skip the tabs for now, or we'll be here all day. And then let this get turned around. Okay. This is the fun part. Oh, okay. I can't skip the notches, the things. We have to do them because they actually go inside at the shoulders with the collar. Hey, Maria, thanks. Liz, that is quite an undertaking. If I were you, I'd go to Goodwill and see if you could find any there. All right. Well, I'm going to have to go do this. So yeah, this is not happening. Just trying to see if I could get one of them turned. Actually, let me use this side. There we go. It's coming along. Yay! I did it. All right. Yeah, no, that's going to be too big. Let's see if I can do this without poking a hole in it. This is insane. Now you see why I won't be making doll clothes to sell. Okay. Well, got one of them. So let me see if I can do the other one, and let's try it because I have to go press this and then we have to top stitch this. All right. So I have to take this piece, and let me bring a piece of fabric over here. And what I'm going to do, which Barb suggested, is I am going to cut it on the fold over here, and then we'll turn under the 1/4 inch seam allowance and then top stitches. So we're going to skip, actually, so, you know what? I don't know, because then that leaves, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know whether I just want to struggle and do another one of these. I did manage to turn it. Okay. Well, at any rate, I need to cut one more. Well, actually, 2, but if you give me a second. All right. Here I go to torture myself a bit more. Now, the smart thing would have been to cut it a little bigger and just have a slightly more of a seam allowance, even though I could trim it. But whatever. Liz, only because I love your daughters am I going to do this again. All right. Let me just trim a little bit off. Okay. All right. Let's see how I did the other one. I just started pushing it in, and then I took the flat end of the chopstick. Try not to stab myself because the pointy end is against me. And I just kind of wiggled it. Okay. Yes. All right. We've got 2 of them now. Now I just have to go press it and get the iron going. The iron automatically shuts off. So fortunately, it doesn't take too long to heat up, unlike the heat press. I'm not stressing, Liz. I'm really not stressing. I laugh at the things I get myself into. And actually, I told you before, I love doing this. I've got 4 grandsons, no granddaughters. And I always envisioned having daughters, and that did not pan out. I have 2 sons. And then B, having granddaughters, that didn't pan out either. I have 4 grandsons. That's the way it goes. All right. So I'm going to take these 2 and I'm going to go press them, and then we can move on. And Liz, the second time around will be a lot easier. It's always hard the first time you do a pattern. All right. Just going to top stitch these. One. Remind me of little ears. All right. Now we have 2 of them. All right. Now we can move on. Oh, Lisa, I didn't see you come in. Hi, Lisa. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. All right. All right. Page 6. All right. So all right, well, here's the first mistake I made is I forgot about these. So now I have to take a seam ripper and rip these 2 little seams out and put those in there. That's what happens when you don't really read it correctly. So I usually start by grabbing a couple of stitches, especially since at the ends it's back stitched. So what I'm doing is I'm just breaking like every third stitch, and then I'll go in through here. Because I don't want to risk ripping a hole in the fabric. I knew something didn't look right. All right, again, I'll just try to get the seam ripper underneath. All right. Let's try this again. So let's go back. So this is the step that I missed. So place the wrong side of the flaps to the front coat, matching the shoulders, neckline, and by the wrong side, I'm assuming they mean the side with the facing. Okay. So let me just see if I can point you down a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the flap, as they call it. I'll put a clip there at the moment and one on the side. That side. Where's my other one? So, you know the thing, measure twice, cut once. Well, this is read twice, then do. So, Charmaine, I have a Juki DDL 9000C FMS. And it's a computerized machine. Like I can program the stitches that I want into it. So like for myself, I usually sew only with I sew with cotton and fleece mainly, and Sherpa. So I have presets in my machine that I just press the number and it does it. And like I have one for my fleece. When I make the blankets, I do a top stitching and it's different than when sewing it. So I have that set too. All right. So, all right. So they want you to just kind of edge stitch it, baste it, you know, to it. Which is what I would do. And just so you could see my machine. So, let's see if I remember. Nope. Basting. See? So I have it already set. And then it'll change my stitch length and so forth. I'm going to bring this down a little because that's a little too big for this item. And I've only had this machine, I got it in, so I've had about almost a year and a half. And I love it. All right, so it says to do it we're just basting. Okay, so I just basted it. And I'll do the same with this one. Oh, this is bugging me. Oh, it wants me to baste it all around. Okay. See? Not paying attention. Right. Fix this one. All right. And then I'll just go back. All right, so these are basted on. Now we can put the shoulders together. Oh, Charmaine, yes, it's only a straight stitch machine. I do have a Juki. It's an NX7 that does, it's not an industrial though, though it powers through plenty of things, and was just as expensive as this industrial. Yeah, industrials usually are just straight stitch or just zigzag stitch. They're special, you know, they're specialty machines. Okay. And so now this is going through several layers, but it should have no problem handling it. Uh-oh. We're going to do that again. I got to turn on my back stitching. All right. Oh, that was my fault. Yep, somehow or another this got twisted. All right. This little coat is taking me longer than it takes me to make my leggings for me. Where's my scrap piece? Not pleased with that. Hang on. All right. Now it's fine. All right. Ah, I did it again. Oh, and I know exactly what I'm doing wrong. So if you don't push in your fabric enough to get it started, if you don't put it under the presser foot far enough, it usually will unthread. Nancy, how are you liking your industrial machine? Feel like I get blinder and blinder. I just unthreaded it. It does feel like you're talking to yourself on a live. I mean, not that I don't talk to myself, but what is going on? I am having some problems. So when that happens, I will usually rethread my machine. Or at least from the tension parts. I just like to check it on a scrap piece of fabric. Yeah, and something's up with my machine. Okay, it seems to have worked itself out. Let's see if we can try this one more time. All right. So now I probably could have just used a woven cotton for this, because this definitely is coat weight. All right. Stitch along the shoulders, did that. Okay. Moving along. Page 5, did that. Okay. All right. Now we're up to page 6. So this is going to be the parts that are lined. That's the lining. It's kind of like a snakeskin. And when we make the hat, the inside lining will be that. Let's see. So now it says pin the wrong side of the collar along the coat neckline with coat right side up, matching center back notches and circles on shoulders and seams. All right, so we're going to be doing this step. All right, Lisa and I just read, yeah. Only for Liz's daughters will I do this. And this is kind of cathartic for me to get it out of my system about having not had granddaughters or daughters. All right. Align the, okay. So we're going to open up the coat. We're going to take the collar. And so what happens is you mark things, and then when you sew them and you iron them, the marks with pilot pen come right out, which of course means you have to go mark it again. Okay. All right. I think what I'm going to do is put this in half. And not everything is this hard, believe it or not. The stuff that I made for Liz's kids for Eden's birthday was a lot easier. So not everything is hard. I did this to myself. All right, so I'm going to match up the center, and then I see. Okay. So we're going to put the collar. And what I did was I found the centers and I'm just matching the centers first. And then I'll work my way out. All right. And where did my little tabs go? Oh, shoot. After I sewed those little tabs, there's one, there's two. Okay. All right. So what I want to know is which direction were we supposed to press the shoulders? Did not say. 4. Okay, we're going to make sure the seams are going to the back. All right. We're going to put, so these go on the shoulders because you're going to put a button or a snap or something there. So I'm just going to hold it down for the moment. And I'm just going to pin the other side down so it doesn't get in the way. And these are my little pins. I have bigger pins. All right, where's the other one? Okay. All right. And then it says shoulder seams. You know what? I'm just going to tack down the little tab. I think it's just going to be easier to do that. Okay. Yeah, that it doesn't say to do that, but that is much easier than trying to do this. Yep. Okay. Now I can pin down the other side. Thanks, guys. By all means, Liz, get food. Oh yeah, it was much easier to tack down those little tabs than to try to hold on to them. All right, we'll put this back to number 1. All right, now okay. I think the hat's going to feel like a breeze in comparison. But I won't be doing the hat today. All right. We may not get to finish this today, but I am sure Liz will do a live unveiling of what these end products. All right. So I did that, put that there. Stitch collar to neckline. Okay. We shall do that. Kind of thinking that the collar should have been basted to it, because then you have a facing which sews the whole thing. So I'm going to do it my way. Go back to basting. All right. Yeah. I think I like that better. And then we'll ease that after. All right. So I'm up to this step, which is putting the facing. And here are the facing pieces. So, and I put interfacing on the back of these. All right. Wow. Okay. We've been on 2 hours. Okay. Shoulders. All right. Oh, I am having such a hard time today with this. I don't know why. Usually I don't have this issue. But today, because I'm on a live, it's going to do it. Yeah, okay. All right. All right. Then what? All right, I'm just going to go iron these open. Doesn't say to, but I know from my sewing that that's what I should do. It'll just take me a few seconds. I'm just waiting for the iron. I think after this step, I'm gonna have to call it. But Liz will definitely do will show you when she gets the finished products. And actually, for the second one, I'm actually going to record it. And so this way, it'll be a step by step. Okay. All right. So now I have to put the facing on. And what I like to do is just kind of do the important sections first, and then I'll come back and fill in. Okay. All right. This little coat was more complicated than I thought. Actually, it's like making a coat for a person, just harder because it's tiny. Okay, and now I will come back. That worked out well. This worked out well. So what I'm doing now is just making sure my shoulder seams are where they should be for the facing. That is a lot of material it's got to go through. All right. It now says, okay, on the front neckline of the jacket. Now let's see what step 7 is. Step coat. Okay. So now we have to put on the facing. So I've attached the facing to the coat. And now we have to sew it. I'm just going slow around the curves. It's a lot of fabric to go through. Oh no. I'll fix it in a minute. probably basted this first and then sewn it because the clips get in the way. I'm busy knocking all the papers down. All right. All right. So I had a little problem, which I'm going to undo. Wasn't paying attention. Let me tell you, sewing these little things are difficult. Reminds me of trying to do a newborn onesie on a single needle machine. Okay, so I will just now re-sew that part. All right, that fixed it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim this and clip it so it'll be able to go inside well, and then you have to tack it down. Then they want you to, still a lot of steps left. So Danny, yeah. Yeah, so do I, Barb. I do the same thing. Like it was just a lot easier to baste the collar first than try to, go ahead and put it in and then have to sew it again and trying to get on the same seam line. I'm kind of surprised it didn't say to just baste it. So I am going to see what I'm going to do here. This material may not be the best choice, and I can see right now because there's just too much bulk in the pattern. So I'm going to have to decide what I want to do. But like I said, for myself, it usually takes me about 3 times of making a pattern before I'm comfortable with it. I think part of my problem was the fabric I chose was too thick. I really was trying to go adult, real life. And for a doll's pattern, it might just be too heavy of a fabric for it. But there are a few tricks I know to try. Once I I'm going to trim this, clip it, turn it in, and then you also sew very close, like almost inside of the seam, and that helps the facing stay inside. But at this point, I've now been on almost 2.5 hours, and I need to get up and move. Too much sitting. And so I'm going to say, you know what? Let me talk to you. I'm going to say thank you to each and every one of you for joining. And I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the support that this group gives me. And like I said, Liz will definitely show what she ends up with. And if I don't like how the fabric is, I have plenty of other fabric to pick from. Probably a poplin would have been better. It's a lighter fabric, but I'm going to see how it ultimately ends up coming out. It's always for me a good experience to try um, and work through the pattern. So let me see. Yeah, the jumpsuit I know will be really easy to do, and stuff. And you know, but you'll see. Um, Liz will show, you know, like she did last time, and it'll kind of be a surprise. All right. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining me and hanging out. And really, this took a lot longer than I thought it would. But I really appreciate it. Everybody, take care. And now, like Nye, I have to go figure out how to stop this. Bye, everyone.